Thanks for joining us, and we are going to get back to the weather and the really active night we had. Lisa, I woke up a couple times because the thunder was so loud in my neighborhood.
That's the thing. It's been happening very late at night. You can't see and you can't assess until wet pavement there at the bridge. And as we look at the last 4 or 5 hours, you can see how it continues to lift off to the north and east. So a nice break overhead for the next several hours. Here's a look outside, our Exploratorium camera. 56 downtown. It is 54 Oakland, San Jose, and Half Moon Bay with 50 Santa Clara. And from our roof camera, some clouds around, but a break underway. 50 Santa Rosa, 48 Nevada with 55 in Concord, 54 in Livermore. So where we had those showers and thunderstorms this morning, it really has calmed down. The wind's still gusty SFO. And looking at the upper elevations, still pretty active. That south wind, our wind advisory through about 1 o'clock. But look what happens as we get into the later part of the day. The winds start to gust again and likely renewed wind advisories. There's a look at Zephyr Cove. Check it out. The snow coming down hard, upper 20s to low 30s. Looking at our level 2 storm exiting and our elevated threat of flooding still with us as those streams and creeks are running awfully high, making you dizzy, right? A stronger level 3 storm happening tonight and overnight, and then more rain arriving throughout the week ahead. Let's time it out. You can see the cloud cover overtaking the Bay Area throughout the afternoon. It's dry. We start to see some rain, maybe 5, 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock, some heavier downpours, but the really heavy stuff comes into play at about 1 o'clock in the morning. So by 2:30, it is pushing into the East Bay, the South Bay, leftover showers behind it. But early into Monday, another very welcome break throughout the middle of the afternoon. The focus is going to shift to the south, the Santa Cruz Mountains, Big Sur, Capitola, unfortunately, the Central Coast getting more rain. And then as we get into our overnight again, Monday into Tuesday, more because the downpours behind the system keep coming, you know, throughout the next several days.
Yeah, you're saying that potentially even a couple more weeks.
With the lighter systems, yeah.
Wow. Well, we need it. The lighter systems.
Yeah, and the breaks will be welcome, and hopefully we can, you know, get through the next several days for the next week ahead. Won't be as challenging.
Absolutely. All right, Lisa, thank you. Attended the panel. And Lisa, all right, 6:56 this morning, people waking up after a pretty intense night overnight with thunderstorm, lightning.
Right. So we'll watch that for you, but you need to be alert of the forecast because we have more rain for the week ahead.
Yeah. All right. Take advantage of the breaks while you can. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for joining us here on ABC 7 Mornings. I'm Liz Kreutz along with Lisa Argen. ABC 7 News continues at 9 this morning. The weather. Good morning, Lisa.
Hi, Liz. Good morning to you. Hi, everyone. Some breezy winds. Yeah, for sure.
With our red.
Yes, it should be a great day out there, although some changes occurring with those gusty winds. We have a wind advisory coming into play 1 o'clock this afternoon. And so in Santa Clara, about 3:30, it will be breezy with north winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. And they could gust higher as we go through 36 Vallejo, Concord, and Livermore, as well as Santa Rosa, with 40 over in Oakland, 39 in San Jose. And the gusty upper level winds will continue to work their way down to the surface. And you can see Mount Diablo and Mount Tam at about 20 to 25 miles an hour, a little breezier up towards Mount St. Helena, and the wind advisory through 7 o'clock tomorrow. So this creates some hazards with the possibility of some trees coming down with that saturated soil in place, and also those power lines possibly. But upper elevations will be even windier, anywhere from 45 to perhaps 60 miles an hour. So keep that in mind. Another hazard we have to pass along to you is our beach hazard statement and some coastal flooding with the king tides. Otherwise, chilly this morning, sunny and windy today. The dry pattern lasts through the next 7 days, but there'll be another system next weekend that will kind of take the same path, carving the way to the ridge of high pressure perhaps breaking down by the end of next weekend. But the warmer days with us through the middle of the week, allowing for some 60s to arrive. This is how windy it will be at 10 o'clock, 15 to 30 miles an hour. But through the afternoon, the winds continue to build. You'll notice that the colors indicate anywhere from 30 to 33 miles an hour. Right now, 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts around Half Moon Bay. And then through the overnight hours, it stays windy. The winds out of the northeast right on through 7 o'clock tomorrow. And then by the afternoon, they'll come down a bit. Should be quieter day for your Monday afternoon. Throughout the afternoon, the wave heights getting higher than 10 feet in spots. So you notice that 11 feet Point Arena. So the risk of sneaker waves, strong rip currents with us all the way down through the central coast, and then our coastal flood advisory here as our king tides arriving after 11 o'clock for the highest high tide, which will be over 7 feet. So the bay shore there over through San Francisco, Mill Valley, up through some of the marshes and sloughs around the coast could see some minor flooding. Underneath, sunny skies and windy conditions, mid-upper 50s today. So a nice afternoon. Usually those offshore winds in the wintertime can mean fire, but you know, we're pretty well saturated.
Yeah, we're doing really well.
Don't have to worry
good.
about
That's not a concern. Okay, Lisa, thank you. To you, let's start here with a check of the forecast.
All right, good morning, Liz. Hi, everyone. We are windy in the upper elevations and south and east of us right now, and that's going to create those gusty offshore winds. And a wind advisory has been posted by the National Weather Service for 1 o'clock today. Sun coming up at 7:20, and look how nice that looks from our roof camera. It is 45 downtown, 35 Palo Alto with 39 in San Jose, and 52 Half Moon Bay. A view of the bridge with the camera that will be shaking more so throughout the later day and into tonight and tomorrow as the winds stay up and quite gusty through probably about late tomorrow morning. 35 Santa Rosa. It is 39 in Napa with mid-30s Concord, Livermore, and our 24-hour temperature change has allowed for the warmer start. But if you're out for a hike or biking, check out the winds out of the north right now. 20 to 25 miles an hour, but we could see these gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour throughout the day today. So right through 7 o'clock tomorrow, could see these hazards from maybe down trees or power lines with the saturated soil. Doesn't take much for any of these weakened tree limbs to come down. North winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, but gusty as you go up in height. Here is Zephyr Cove, and you can see the cloud cover. A much colder day here in the Sierra Nevada with winds anywhere from 80 to 90 miles an hour on the ridgetop. So chilly this morning, sunny and windy today. The dry pattern lasting through next weekend, but there are signs that that is going to change as we get into next weekend and about 10 days out, with warmer days arriving in the next 2 or 3 days. Here's a look at those winds then. Throughout the morning hours, you can see along the coast getting pretty breezy through the delta, and then right on through the afternoon, the evening hours up to 30, 35 miles an hour, and they'll continue through the overnight hours. This is early Monday, so as you head over some of the bridges here, you'll certainly notice some of the gusts out there. So keep that in mind if you're heading out, and the wave heights anywhere from 8 to 10 feet out there. The increased risk of sneaker waves, strong rip currents as our beach hazard statement takes us through the afternoon, and our coastal flood advisory right on through tomorrow. So once again, those king tides affecting the bay shore, San Francisco up through Novato, Santa Rosa, Highway 37, perhaps 580, Mill Valley, and down through Capitola. Highs today from the mid and upper 50s, but those winds certainly feeling of spring.
We love, wow, mid-60s.
Yeah.
Okay, we deserve it after this really cold weather. All right, Lisa, thank you. We'll be right back. Dollars. And also, Lisa, let's get one check of the forecast now quickly before we wrap up.
All right, well, it's